Chris Nilsen is in Paris trying to win another medal in the pole vault. He earned the silver in Tokyo just 3 years ago.
Before he took off for Europe, he took time to visit with Sports Director Mark Ovenden about how his world has changed with all of his success in recent years, both in the Olympics and as a professional too.
I am with silver medalist Chris Nilsen. As Chris, I just got to wonder, how much did winning an Olympic silver medal change your life?
Yeah, I think that's the goal of every, specifically athlete within the Olympic circle, is to try to get that top 3 on the podium, because that opens a realm of doors when it comes to sponsorships and opportunities and, allegiances and getting to know people in that networking scope. So I think the big thing is it's just a realization of all your hard training and your work coming together at one point.
What was that like, wearing the red, white, and blue and walking out there and knowing that the world was watching? And I mean, that's where you wanted to be, but what was it like?
For sure, I think wearing the USA carries a little more weight, as the world usually expects the American team to do pretty well at the Olympics. So I think, one, getting to wear that, and two, getting to the point where, because the Americans are the only ones who have to go through an Olympic trials. So to get top 3 at that Olympic trials and then go on to the Olympics wearing the USA, it was all the more special. And on that point, because most other countries, actually no other countries, have a trials, so it's a much harder selection process for us. So to know that I made that team through the very difficult trial and error that would be the Olympic trials was very spectacular for me.
Yeah, you earned it for sure. And you got a silver. Mondo got the gold. Mondo's sort of on a different planet. You had to be terribly proud of your performance.
Definitely proud of my performance for sure, and it made it look a little more realistic to the to how it actually is, because I was only about 2 inches under him during that Olympic for those Olympic marks. But I mean, he's just one of those guys. He's one of those generational athletes. To even be near him or on the same level of him is really that is one thing I'm proud of for sure. But to be up there with him, it's pretty cool, because he's the greatest of all time. So to be on an even playing field with him, that was really cool for me.
All right, so you get to go back to Paris, where you proposed to your wife. Mm-hmm. Many think that's the most romantic place in the world. I think Fenway Park is, but I'm guessing.
My dad would agree.
Yeah, I'm guessing Paris would be right up there too. How cool is that, to go back to a place that means so much to you?
Yeah, it means everything. It's the culmination of a weird coincidence, and also all the hard work for the last 7 or 8 years coming together at one point. So for me, obviously proposing to my girlfriend, now wife, and Paris was the first place I went to when I ever jumped in any professional meet. So there's a lot of special feelings in Paris. So going back there for the Olympics feels really cool.
How do you feel about your game going into this?
I feel pretty confident, yeah. I feel like the earlier in the year when I jumped that 6 meters and then 6:01 at the US Championships to win that, and going to jump at the World Indoor Championships was all a really good lead up to the Olympics. So for us, it's just trying to clean everything up for when the actual day comes.
Well, it's going to be fun watching. The whole world is going to be cheering for you. All the Coyote faithful out there for sure. Chris Nilsen, our silver medalist in the Olympics 3 years ago, trying to get the gold this year.
We do expect to see Nilsen during qualifying this Saturday. We'll have the results, of course, right here on the Olympic Zone.